would be that economic efficiency and investment would rise, enriching everyone. But the opposite has occurred. As taxes on wealthy people and corporations diminished, the spending power of both the state and poorer people contracted, reducing economic demand. Neoliberalism promised that it would generate growth, and that the benefits of this growth would trickle down from the rich to the poor, enhancing everyone's conditions of life. But as a wide range of academic studies and statistics show, the connection between economic growth and general prosperity in rich nations broke down years ago. For better or worse, growth has been slower globally during the neoliberal era than during the years before Thatcher, Reagan, and their many imitators came to power. And this growth has overwhelmingly been captured by the very rich. Far from ensuring money trickles down, neoliberalism is the hydraulic pump that drives the transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. During the golden age of social democracy, governments in the rich world treated growth as a means to an end, leading to higher standards of welfare and well-being for everyone. But neoliberalism treats growth as an end in itself, entirely divorced from utility, like the ruthless production targets of Mao Zedong in communist China. To feed this insatiable beast, we must toil ever harder and destroy ever more of the world on which our lives depend. Previous generations of economists foresaw a time when so much wealth was generated that we would scarcely need to work. Despite that level of wealth having been reached, we instead find ourselves working to the point of burnout. Why? Because growth has been used by successive governments as a substitute for distribution. If we just keep working harder, one day we'll generate the public services we need. One day we'll earn the economic security we crave. But everywhere we're told, not yet, as we can't afford it. This is a claim made endlessly by governments who go on to squander vast sums on civil and military white elephants, corporate welfare and bailouts, giveaways to favoured interests and tax breaks for the rich. Will this magic day ever arrive? Of course not. That's the point. Well-funded public services and economic security were never part of the plan, quite the opposite in fact. But to have us working ever longer hours on behalf of capital as our lives become increasingly precarious, that is very much part of the plan. Of course, growth under any system is of questionable benefit if its impact is to accelerate us towards Earth system's collapse. Perhaps it's time we recognize that prosperity has less to do with growth than with the distribution of power. When neoliberalism prevails, only the rich prosper. When democracy prevails, the prosperity of the poor and of society as a whole is enhanced. The general welfare of the nation depends above all on its position on that spectrum. None of the power shifts of neoliberalism are accidental. The doctrine is sold to us as a means of enhancing freedom and choice. In reality, it's about who dominates whom.